Next one, because I said I wasn't going to give these numbers, didn't I, Bryce? Next one.
Number B.
Number B is track saws. Okay? And this made the list because it's always a freaking argument on these groups. And it was again this morning.
I have a really steady hand, so I don't need a track saw.
Yeah, exactly. All these guys who don't think they don't need track saws because they know how to cut straight lines, and the guys who bought them clearly don't. That's that's apparently the argument.
Yep.
I don't need a track saw. I've been cutting straight lines for 30 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still using only a hacksaw to trim off your boards too?
No.
At some point you bought a powered saw. And
only because it was trendy.
You bought a drill and stopped turning a screwdriver.
Yeah. My arm was sore.
You don't even use a hammer anymore. Now you got a framing nailer.
Well, I'm starting to use hammers again. They're light enough and they drive hard.
But track saw, that's the line. I'm not buying that one.
Okay.
That one, like, it drives me nuts because the people who don't use them and don't believe in them are arrogant about it.
Yeah.
It's like as if it's they don't need one because they know how to cut straight lines. They're better carpenters than the guys who buy track saws. That's the position they take on this all the time. It's like pound sand. I don't care how steady of a hand you have. You're not cutting a line as straight as a track saw or as easy or as fast. It's just not going to happen. And I don't care. I'll bet anything.
I would agree with you that you won't do it as fast.
And now if you take setup time, you got to get out the track and lay that down. Sure. You could probably get started faster with this. But the difference here, the difference here is guys who are aiming for perfection and guys who are okay with good enough. And the guys who constantly slag track saws, they're just okay with good enough.
Yep.
They don't care to look down and eyeball their line and see if there's a slight wave in it. That doesn't bother them. But for some people, why wouldn't you make that line perfectly straight if you have the option to? And not only that, but you might have guys in your crew that you're asking to do these kinds of things like that. So you can cut straight lines, fine. What about the 3 other guys in your crew, the kid that's new? Like now he can do that job where he maybe couldn't have before.
It limits the process, right? If you're the only one who can cut a straight line, then you always have to cut the straight line.
Right.
If you get a track saw,
anybody can do it. It's foolproof.
The system is in place.
And the kid who just started with you, who's 17 years old, can now cut a straighter line than your 30 years of experience.
Yep.
So keep on keeping on.
Right. Okay. So then.
And you've never.
Lose.
I have never. These guys are wrong. Absolutely.
They're wrong. Okay.
These guys, I have never, ever seen anybody buy a track saw and go back and be like, what a waste of money. 0 people I've ever seen complain about the track saw after they bought the track saw. Everybody's like,
that was the best money.
Boy, I didn't think I needed that, but I can't live without it now. I've got 2 now.
I believe there was a comment in there. Best investment I've made.
Yeah. Essler Construction says best investment he's ever made on a track saw. Most guys say that. They're like, that's the best money I've spent.
Yeah.
And many of these guys up until that point thought they didn't need one because they could cut a straight line. Yeah, we can all cut straight lines.
Not me. Not today. I couldn't.
Yeah,
I couldn't cut a straight line.
Close one eye. You could for sure. And Mitcon Deck says good enough also means not very good.
That's true.
Zing. So this one just fires me up every time because I just hate the arrogance around people thinking that I don't need it because I can cut a straight line. Everybody that's in those groups can cut a bloody straight line. Everybody's a good carpenter. That's why they're in the groups. They're deck building professionals. You're not the only one that can cut a straight line freehand. Everybody can do it. 0 people can cut a perfect line freehand over a 20-foot run. So it's over.
It's over.
If you don't want to buy a track saw, fine. Build decks that are just not as good as the guy who has one.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Just
so don't slag it.
I charge less.
Just admit that you just you're not as much of a perfectionist as the other guys. Mm-hmm. That's all there is to it.